What up, Dodgers Nation? Doug McCain here. You can follow me at DMAC_LA. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, hit that notification button, and most importantly, give me all your takes right down below in the comments section. I want all your takes on today's topics right down below in the comments section. And for all the latest Dodgers news, head over to DodgersNation.com. Can you believe it, Dodgers fans? We have finally made it to opening week.
Finally.
I just can't believe it. I thought this week would never come. It's going to be Christmas in July on Thursday, July 23rd, a 7 p.m. start just days away. We are so close. Buckle up, Dodger fans, because I'm telling you, it is going to be the ride of a lifetime. And I'm going to hit you with 5 predictions that I think will lead to a Dodgers World Series championship, starting with number 5, Cody Bellinger. I think you're going to get a more consistent Cody from beginning to middle to the very end in the postseason. If you saw Cody Bellinger tonight, I'm recording this as I'm watching this game. He currently has more hits than the entire Diamondbacks team, and that swing looks just fine after tinkering with it in the offseason. Now, the question everyone had was, why would Cody Bellinger change his swing? The man won MVP last year. Why would you change your swing? Well, if you look at Cody Bellinger's last year, he slashed 305, 406, and 629 with 47 belly bombs, a 169 OPS plus, and an MLB leading 9 WAR. I mean, the man was hitting 400, and he was on pace to hit 60 home runs up until late May. And then the last 4 months of the year, he hit 260, and then in the postseason, he hit 211 with no home runs. So it's very clear Cody Bellinger wanted to improve his swing, and I think Cody Bellinger sat back, he looked at the numbers, he saw where pitchers were attacking him, a lot of high and inside, and Cody Bellinger wants to be a more dynamic, well-rounded hitter, and you love to see it. An elite player making adjustments. You heard Nomar Garciaparra, he pointed out that pigeon toe action is going to help him close off that hip, close off that shoulder. It's going to help his launch angle, help his rhythm, and you saw tonight, Cody Bellinger was phenomenal. He goes 3 for 4, 5 RBIs, and look, Cody Bellinger, new stance, pitcher still, no chance.
2-2. Bellinger turns on it, lifts it down the line to right, back towards the pole, Calhoun to the wall, a grand slam. And after all that consternation over the change in stance and change in setup, and trying to adjust back to a level of comfort, when the lights turn on, another team comes in, and the MVP launches a grand slam.
So I think Cody Bellinger is primed to follow up that MVP year. And another thing, too, he's not chasing Christian Yelich for an MVP this year. Been there, won that. So now for Cody Bellinger, it's just about maximizing his talent and becoming the best player he can possibly be. And I think he's going to have a consistent year, and you're going to see another great year from Cody Bellinger. And then number 2, Julio Urias is going to emerge as the second ace of this staff. And if he doesn't, the Dodgers could be active on the trade market for an elite frontline starter. Now, I still think Clayton Kershaw is going to be a major key to the Dodgers' success this year, but to expect him to be a number 2 starter on a World Series winning team, I think is a little unrealistic at this point in his career. With all those innings, over 2,274 and 2/3 regular season innings, 158 in the third postseason innings. Now, we can spend hours highlighting the greatness of Clayton Kershaw, and at his peak, he was one of the greatest pitchers in baseball history, but at this point in his career, I think to get the most out of him, you have to set him up for success and not for failure, and I think you do that by not putting the pressure of being the number 2 starter on a World Series contender. And I think Julio Urias, he has the stuff to be that guy. He's only 23 years old. He's averaged 184 innings pitched over the last 4 years. He's got above average velocity. He's got a plus slider, and he induces soft contact better than anyone in Major League Baseball. Last year, the average exit velocity on Julio Urias was a league best 83.2 miles per hour. So he has the peripherals to establish himself as a frontline starter, but if he doesn't, I fully expect Andrew Freeman to be on the market for an elite arm when the trade deadline rolls around. So it could be someone like a Mike Clevenger or a Trevor Bauer. All I know is to expect the unexpected in 2020. Look, he traded for David Price, fully expecting him to be a part of this rotation, and he's not playing. So if the Dodgers can find a way to add one more elite arm, it all but sews up another World Series appearance and makes them the prohibitive favorites to win it all in October. And then 3, Mookie Betts is going to to join Frank Robinson as the second player ever to win MVP in both leagues. I think Mookie Betts is going to win the National League MVP award, and I just think all things line up for him to have an elite shortened season. Mookie Betts, he's 27 years old. He's in his absolute prime. It's a walk year, and he's just so good at so many different things. Look, he can hit for average. He can hit for power. He can steal bases. He's an elite outfielder. This guy has really impressed me as a leader. I've heard so many stories about how he addressed the team back in spring training, back in Camelback Ranch at the beginning of the season, and I think Mookie Betts is using this opportunity with the Dodgers to say, hey, I can also be an elite leader too, because hey, his former teammates were saying that was a little out of character for Mookie Betts to step up like he did, and the most important thing for the Dodgers is that he's hitting leadoff, and they need a guy that can get on base. In the last 2 seasons, he's led all of Major League Baseball in that category. We know that's what this team needs, and you can never have enough strong leadership inside that clubhouse. We know the Dodgers already have that in spades, and it appears that he's already developing chemistry with his teammates. But Walker Buehler, man, what are you doing? Your new teammate, your MVP. This is how you treat your new teammate with this filth?
1-2 to Mookie Betts, and I'd say he looks pretty sharp right there. He strikes out the 2018 AL MVP to begin his night.
There's some kind of slide piece.
Just pure nastiness right there from Walker Buehler. And I love how Mookie Betts turns around like, okay, respect. But hey, Mookie Betts, he wants to add another MVP trophy, another World Series trophy, and a lot of zeros to that bank account. And I think he's going to accomplish all 3 of those this year. And then number 4, the World Series window isn't closing for this franchise, but it could be closing for this core group of players. And Kike Hernandez mentioned it in his press conference last week, how it's a motivating factor heading into this season.
There's been, I'm not gonna lie, there's been a comment here and there, but at the same time, we just, nothing in this life is guaranteed, and right now, the only thing we have guaranteed right now is this season that's ahead of us, and I think all of us, even though free agency could be, the back of our minds or whatever, it can creep in your thoughts here and there. I think we're all very focused in what we want to accomplish this year and what the goal for us as a unit is, and I think we're all looking forward to this year and not thinking really about next year, because it's going to be a short season. It's going to be a very different season. So we just want to make the best of it and find a way to make this season seem like as normal as possible.
Look, with the Dodgers' resources and the way their farm system continues to churn out talent, they're going to be contenders for the foreseeable future, but you want to see this group, this core, get a World Series title while they're still contributing. Look, another year of age, another year closer to free agency, and I want to see this group of Dodgers get that elusive World Series title. Look, they've won more games over the last decade than any team in Major League Baseball. They deserve a World Series. They deserve the World Series that was stolen from them in 2017. And they know that people will take this World Series title more seriously than the 2017 Astros. And look, don't kid yourself. Having to debate whether or not a 60-game World Series champion is a legitimate season is a problem I would love to have. And I think this group realizing that there might be more yesterdays than tomorrows and understanding that, hey, you only get so many cracks at this thing is going to help them all season long. And I think they use it as motivation. And then number 5, I have the Dodgers going, ready for this? 41-19 this year. I've got the Dodgers at 41-19. The over-under was set at 38, but I think the Dodgers are going to win so many games thanks to their offense. Last year, they had the best offense in the National League as far as OPS plus goes. They averaged over 5 runs per game, and then you add Mookie Betts, and on top of that, allow the Dodgers to carry a DH. Oh, and not to mention, how about Gavin Lux, the minor league player of the year last year? For most franchises, that would be the biggest story. It's an afterthought for the Dodgers. It just shows you how deep they are. But let me know down below in the comments, how many wins do you have? I've got 41-19 for the Dodgers this year. I do think they are headed back to the World Series, but let me know down below in the comments. And for all the latest Dodgers news, head over to DodgersNation.com.